Hey world, it's Chrissy Brady-Smith. I am just now completing a 5 hour intensive with a new client. She came into my home. We did some really, really deep work around traumas from the past, and it's so beautiful to see this woman stepping into a whole new beginning. And I'm present to just how energized I feel now. In the past, my empath ways would have probably been feeling a little too much for the other person, and I would have felt totally drained by the end of a 5 hour deep dive of processing and coaching, right? But now I'm just totally energized because I'm aware now of my side of the court, and I'm able to hold the space for someone's feelings and someone's process, someone's shadows and darkness without going over there, without like taking it, without feeling it for them. So this has been a really important process for me as a woman, as a daughter whose dad recently got cancer. I am someone who tends to historically feel things for people. I can tell you more details about this later, but now I'm very aware of what's mine and what's theirs. And I have a feeling a safer space now where I can facilitate and go where I need to go without being hooked, Like it's coming from a space of service instead of a space of, oh, I need to do this. It's like a level of detachment that I didn't used to have. And detachment is it's pretty powerful in the coaching world. I used to be pretty codependent, like worrying so much about what was happening over there. Worrying is the easiest way to leave your presence, right? But when we're present with we're conscious of what's happening in our bodies on this side of the court, we're able to track what needs to happen next. And when we're present, when we're here, the superego, the worries, the complaints, the judgments, those don't exist when we're present. I learned once after facilitating a pretty intense workshop that sure, my superego is huge, the one that wants to judge me and criticize me, but my presence is bigger. So my invitation for you is to get really clear on your presence. What makes you feel present when you're with your clients, if you're a coach? How can you stay present? How can you stay on your side of the court? Because that is when the biggest healing can happen, because it's not about you, right? I don't know, there's something bigger. There's something more unique that can happen that you can't be explained, that doesn't have a plan, that doesn't have an agenda. So I had no idea where we were going to go today in our intensive. And if I had led this intensive a couple years ago, I would have been planning ahead of time. I would have known exactly what was going to happen the first hour, second hour, third hour, fourth. But I was like, no. That's not the way of the feminine. That's not the way of healing. Healing has waves. It has ebbs and flows. And we need to be open and available for the miraculous. And I feel like that's what happened today. I'm really happy about it. And I'm so proud of my client. You know who you are. And I reminded her at the end on her way home that there was a huge expansion today, right? Huge. And with every expansion, there's going to be a contraction. I talk about this all of the time on my videos, right? So with an opening, there's going to be a close. And the best thing you can do, I was like, hey, when you get home tonight, there might be something that happens. There might be a trigger. There might be something that, irks you. And you might tell yourself, oh, that wasn't real. The healing that happened today wasn't real. It wasn't right. This wasn't, all those things. And the best thing to do when the contraction happens is to welcome it. Say hello with a breath. The healing balm is always the breath. The healing balm is always presence. And instead of putting the brakes on the contraction, on the down, on the upset, you put your arms up and you're just like, yes, take me for this ride, because that allows me to actually move through it. So that's my little message for you today. So much love. Bye.